One of the first things you might want to do when you're getting set up in TSANet or even as a general administrative function is to add a new user into the system. So first, want to differentiate between a individual user and a group user. We've done a video on doing group logins and using those URLs to let a group of people get into the system. So that's not what this is about. This is about setting up people as individuals into the system with their own credentials to be able to get in and view things. So what we're going to do is, first of all, you have to be a business or a program manager to be able to get into that. I'm logged in as a program manager, and I'm going to click on my administration menu here, and then I'm going to go down here to company and click on users. And what it's going to do is it's going to bring up all the users that I have access to see, and we'll talk about how this is set up with departments and things like that in a minute a little bit. But I wanted to draw your attention, if you want to look at all these users, that what you can do is also click on location here, and one of the new features that we've added is the ability to differentiate these people by department. So for example, here's software support, down here is hardware support, and I'll show you exactly how that's done when we add a new user into the system. So what I'm going to do is go down to the bottom of this menu here and click on Add New, and we'll go ahead and add a new person into the system. Now you'll note here what I've done is put in the basic information, and when I get down here to this area called Internal Department, that's where I can assign a specific department to differentiate people by what area that they might be associated with. So an example here would be to put something in there like Product X Support. And then everybody else that's in that department, you'll be able to kind of group them into to a particular category. We'll go ahead and finish the form here. Okay, so we finished up the top part of the form here, and you'll notice here in this particular drop down that I don't have any other ability except for caller. So the system would set you up as if you were a business manager, you could create program managers and callers. If you're a program manager, you can only create callers. And that's exactly what this is doing here, is as a program manager, I can only create callers. And then I can give, in this case, Becky here, a user ID and password. We're trying to go to a little bit more standard system, so we'd recommend that you use an email address for the username, and then go ahead and submit whatever password you'd like to put in. So once I've done that, then what I can do is I can come down here and select the communities that I want this particular person to be able to see. And there might be a reason in larger companies that you don't want them to see certain relationships because it might be confusing to them. So you have the ability to select what relationships this person is going to see. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and do the basic and the premium. And then down here in the departments area, this is the way the departments are set up in TSANet, not necessarily the internal department that we set up before. So you may not have, for example, a software support department because you won't have a process document behind it from the TSANet perspective, but this person might be in that category. So what this does here in the departments area is actually isolates the view to that particular person. So if I only wanted to see one particular department, then I could select that department, and that would be all I would see as far as the people that are in it and the documents that might be behind that particular department. So I hope that makes sense. What you can do is default here in the departments area with none. They will see all the departments and all processes, all the people in the entire company. And then you just go ahead and save that, and that person is set up, and they'll be able to go ahead and get into the system with the credentials that you gave them, and then they can also come in and change that password themselves. That's what there is to do to get an individual into the system. We're always here to help. Give us a call if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.